Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about the spiritual science behind the hygiene process of ancient India. You must be surprised to know that the ancient Indians, our ancestors, used to mix the spiritualism and the spiritual science with hygiene too. Currently, our Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Bhai Modi is insisting on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. But at this juncture, I would like to tell you that hygiene in spiritual manner was a tradition of ancient India. Now, how? Let's discuss it in detail. We all take a bath to keep our body clean and bacteria free. But do you ever know that this bath that we take is also known as the Bhut Shuddhi in our ancient scriptures like Vedas? Now, what is Bhut Shuddhi? Shuddhi is cleaning. Bhut means past. So, Bhut Shuddhi in English can be termed as past cleaning. Now, what is past? Past is something which is directly or indirectly related to an individual, and it is said that past is nothing but a kind of dirt that is on your body. So Bhut Shuddhi is very important. In times of COVID, when we are rubbing our hands with sanitizers, washing our hands every now and then, which is a good sign of hygiene. Our ancestors used to conduct the same practices thousands of years ago. They used to have different kind of substance through which they used to take the bath, which is called the Bhut Shuddhi. Now, what are their substance? That is very interesting to know. The first substance our ancestors used to take a bath was water, which we are also using. But before taking a bath, they used to rub their body with ashish, that is bhasma. They used to rub their body with clay, that is mitti. They used to rub their body sometimes with cow dung. And once in a week, they used to do massage with sesame oil, which is called tilka tel. Sesame oil has so many medicinal benefits in Ayurveda. It is said that if you use sesame oil in massage, a lukewarm sesame oil in massage can help you to get rid of all your tensions, stress, anxiety. It gives you a sound sleep. And if you rub or do a light massage on your feet with sesame oil, which is slightly lukewarm in nature, then you get a fantastic sleep. At the same time, your entire nervous system calms down. On the other side, sesame oil is also regarded as a disinfectant. There are two types of oil in Ayurveda which have been given the name of disinfectants, and these two oils are the sesame oil and the mustard oil. But everywhere mustard oil is not used, because the properties of mustard oil, as per the spiritualism, goes with Rahu and Shani. So, only on Saturdays and Wednesday, the mustard oil was preferred by our ancestors, while sesame oil was preferred on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. It seems really surprising to me also when I found this, that how can a mere oil clean your spiritualism? I'm sorry, let me put it in a different way. I was surprised to know that how can a simple oily substance can help you to remove the dirt from your inner soul when it comes to spiritual science. While researching, I got the answer. And I thought that yes, there is some kind of connections. Now I will try to elaborate in simple words how it affects our souls. As we all know that when we are going out, the dirt particles accumulates on our body and forms a kind of layer. The same way, when we are meeting some people, when we are in contact with some people, when we are going outside, when we are roaming for our work, for our leisure, the energy layers of others also settles on our body, which are called the impressions. And these impressions continuously goes on accumulating as and when we are going out. And just a mere water bath cannot remove the energy dirt of the body. So, our ancestors used to do massage with hot sesame oil or hot mustard oil. Now, why mustard oil and why sesame oil, and why not groundnut oil or coconut oil? That is again a question, to which I got an answer from some of the Vedic Pandits, that the property to cure and clean the energy levels are available in sesame oil, which is til. It is available in mustard oil, which is sarson. Because of that, our ancestors used these two oils only when they used to do massage to clear the energy accumulation or the layers of energy which were not supposed to be on our body. At this point, I would also like to inform one thing to you guys, that the body that we see of ours is not just that body. There is an outer body or the outer layer. The more you are strong, the more you are clean in your soul, the more you are pious, the more you are truthful, your aura or the outer body is more clear. And the impressions of that energy which you accumulate while you are going outside actually settles on your aura or your outer body. So to clean that outer body or your aura, the sesame oil or the mustard oil was used by our ancestors in a specific way on specific days. Like they used to use the mustard oil on Saturdays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Tuesdays also. While sesame oil was precisely used on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Now, if I try to connect sesame, which is til, in ancient Shaivism and even today, there is a ritual of offering black til, kale til, to Lord Shiva on his Shivlinga. When we offer milk or we do abhishek of milk or water or curd or honey, we have a ritual of rubbing our hands on the Shivlinga and then offer the black til and then again rub our hands. It is said that if you regularly rub your hands, the bad luck goes away. Now that might sound slightly unscientific, but if we talk logic, this particular formation of rubbing your hands actually helps you to clean your aura, because Shivling has that energy within itself to clean your aura. So if while doing abhishek and pouring milk or water or curd or honey or sugar or til, that is sesame, black sesame, when we rub our hands, especially the right hand, there is a direct connect between the aura and the Shivlinga, and as we all know that Shivling is known as the energy hub. The energy actually cuts down the negative energies aura which is accumulated on your outer body or aura, whatever you say, and it helps you to regain original, natural, pious and positive energy. Now, how should we differentiate between negative and positive energy? I will give you an example. Suppose we are a group of friends, accompany us to a particular place just for fun or say for a hangout, but somehow we don't feel good from inside. We feel anxious, anxiety, we feel stress, we don't like that place, we feel something is not working properly. That anxiety itself suggests you that that place has some or the other negative energy over there which is hampering your positive energy, and due to that you don't feel like sitting at that particular place at that time, and you think that you should run away from that place. But because you are with your friends, you can't run away, so you keep on sitting there. But you are not in a mood to enjoy because something is hampering your inner side every now and then and trying to give you some or the other clues. Every individual on this earth has this capacity to grab the vibrations, whether negative or positive. And this vibrations gives you a clue. Your body is acclimatized in such a way that it gives you a clue that this is not the place where you should be there. If you take that clue and do needful, you are happy. But due to some restraint or pressure from your friends or peer pressures, whatsoever pressures, you have to sit there and you don't feel good. At that moment, that negative energy starts layering your outer body or aura. Now, once it has happened, twice it happens, thrice it happens, it goes on. We don't know every time. because we have not been so keen on our outer body. So, our ancestors knew this. So, they kept a ritual of massage. In current times, massage has different meanings too, but I am talking about absolute massage for your health and not for your fun. So they used to warm up the sesame oil and then apply the oil on the entire body from feet or toe to hair. And this particular ritual or the process of massaging the entire body used to calm their mind, because the negative ions or the negative energy which was there on your outer body or aura as a layer was broken with this oil. And when you take a bath, you feel relaxed. You will be surprised that whenever our ancestors used to do this process, they used to prefer hot water in bath rather than cold water. Or what they would have been doing, they used to first massage on their entire body, take some sun bath, and then they would prefer to take a bath in a river. But before that, they would apply mud on their body and then take a bath to remove the oily substance from your body and to remove the energies, the negative energies from the body. Now, this is all about the impressions. Now, you personally think, I am not here to make you feel that this is what is the reality and this is what is not reality. I am here to just create a question in your mind and make you think, whenever you listen to this video, that really, was this possible? Think. Give your brain some kind of brainstorming on this particular fact, that how the impressions can be removed from your outer body and aura, the way you remove the dirt while after taking a bath or by taking a bath. How can you remove your energy dirt from your outer body or aura? And is this kind of tools of massage with hot sesame oil or hot mustard oil helping? As far as Ayurveda benefits are there, it is always good to do a massage once a week. And nothing wrong. It's good for your health. Your skin gets moisturized. You feel good. You feel relaxed after taking a massage. But really, is this sesame oil helping you to remove the energy dirt? The way our spiritual science has claimed and our ancestors used to do this? Think on it. Thanks for listening to this entire conversation. I am Maulik Butch, a researcher, a mystic researcher, and a journalist and communicator by profession, who has been researching on this kind of weird topics since last 15 years. And after getting some kind of solutions through discussions with the experts, the oldies, and if I think that it is yes, quite logical, then only I create this kind of podcast or video, whatever you call it, and putting it in front of you so that you can also question your mind that whether it works or not. This is not a video of misconception, blind beliefs, blind faith. It's absolutely natural, scientific, and logical information that has been given, which I have accumulated from people, from scriptures, from my own logic, and I'm just putting it in front of you so that you also start thinking in this direction. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Cheers.